Hey beautiful, Jennifer Posada here, and I have a fantastic video for you today. It's about how you can trust your intuition more. So the first step to trusting your intuition more is actually being able to receive intuitive information, actually being in contact with your intuition. So if you're not already in contact with your intuition in some way in your life, I recommend my video that is entitled, How Can I Be More Intuitive? So that would be a great place to start. And then in terms of becoming more trusting of your intuition, that means that you're getting some kind of information, whether it's a gut feeling, and maybe you're not trusting it, and then later you wish you had, but you keep not trusting it, or whether it's that you are very comfortable getting intuitive information by talking to guides and beings, or in any other way. Maybe you can take visionary journeys, and that's fantastic. Or maybe it's much more simple. You get an occasional, like I said, feeling in your body, which can be just as powerful and just as important. Maybe you get information in dreams sometimes, or a combination of any of those types of experiences. But in any case, essentially, I always say that still small voice of the intuition, when we haven't been listening to it for a while, it sounds really soft and almost watery. You have to lean in a lot. It sounds like a small stream, and there's no way you could get language out of it. It sounds like and so what you want to do is lean in, like you would lean into the way that a small child might be speaking. And you can't really understand them, and you kind of lean in and you wait until the sounds start to come together. Well, that's what we want to do with our intuition. Again, check out my other video if you'd like, or my fantastic courses. I do teach quite extensive courses on being able to access your intuitive gifts. So when you lean in, you start to understand that voice. You start to be able to pick out the messages and meanings in that inner voice. And it becomes clearer and stronger. And pretty soon it's just as clear and strong as the other voices, like the voice of fear, the rational voice. And sometimes those other voices can be useful too, but we definitely want to hear the intuitive voice. And in fact, the next thing that happens is that the intuitive voice becomes the strongest of those voices. It becomes the default voice that you hear first. And that's great, because then you can always hear the voices of, rationality and fear and the other voices after that intuitive voice and take them into account as you choose. But having the intuitive voice first is incredibly powerful. And then ultimately what happens is that intuitive voice becomes your voice. It's how you immediately respond and react in the world. You live in the intuitive flow of your deep, deep knowing. So, to trust your intuition more, you want to at least be hearing it. Maybe sometimes it's watery, but you're leaning in. And then what you want to do is you want to acknowledge every single time you get intuitive information or an intuitive feeling. So it doesn't always have to be a message. It can be a feeling that you would like to decipher more, but at first it's just a feeling. And then what I most highly recommend from my years and years and years of doing this work and teaching this work, a decade now, and if you can count my early years at this, much longer, is you want to write it down. Every time. Have a special notebook or grab a Post-it note, a piece of paper, anything you can when the moment strikes. When you have an intuitive feeling, an intuitive dream, or one that you think might have intuitive significance, when something moves in your body, like you get these pinprick feelings around something or whatever kind of sensation, a gut feeling, or if you have a vision or you have a practice where you already go on visionary journeys or talk to beings, go to what I call the inner library or Akashic records, visit past lives. If you do any of that stuff, even if you're very prolific at it, write it down. Write down every instance. A lot of times we think we'll remember what we felt, or we think, oh, well, that wasn't that significant, or I already kind of knew that, or whatever. But write it down. If you're walking on the beach one night and some clear message comes to you about your life, just write it down. Write down what you felt, write down what message you got, and then keep writing it down. Be really diligent and then revisit it over time. And ultimately, if you are consistently receiving intuitive information, writing it down, sharing it, you'll begin to either see patterns or just ultimately be blown away by some of what came to you, that you either didn't think was that significant at the time or whatever. So if something came to you that was just sort of a fragment, and later that thing didn't come true that you sort of thought was going to happen, do something I call pulling the thread. And that is, again, if you already have a practice or a way that you get in touch with your intuition, ask for more information about that. Why it didn't happen the way you thought it would. A lot of times when we are just getting a fragment of information, we don't have the whole picture. And we may take that fragment and run with it, which is why I love to offer further support for being in touch with your intuition so that you can get all the information you need, so that you can get all the support that you need. So in any case, the final thing I'd like to add is that something really magical starts to happen when you've been writing down your intuitive experiences, because that not only is something you can revisit, but it's something that deepens your recognition in the moment that you're having that kind of intuitive experience. Oh, wait, this is that pinprick feeling, or this is that kind of emotional state that I notice always in this situation that seems to lead to this or that. So even if you're not having, again, like full visionary journeys, but something begins to tie it all together for you, it's the small movements of intuition, what will happen is that you will start to experience something that we can call, for simplicity's sake here today, the ring of truth. There starts to be this ring of truth that you can feel in your body, in your heart. And you feel it so clearly, it's almost like you can hear it. There's this resonance. And it happens when you know something is right. You just know. And the more you get used to feeling that ring of truth and that resonance, the more often when it comes around something, you'll just know and you'll begin to trust more. And when you trust more, more comes. More confirmation, more information, more support. Even through the times we don't have specific confirmation, specific outcomes promised to us. Even when we're floating along in ambiguity, we'll feel more supported, more connected to that deeper knowing with or without the specific answers. So there's so much more to all of this, but I hope that gave you a small glimpse and a very helpful tip, and a small glimpse into trusting your intuition more. And I have so much more to share with you, and will continue to make these fantastic videos. And I have an incredible wealth of information on my website and fantastic courses that you will love, that you can take from anywhere in the world. So if you liked this, visit my website, jenniferposada.com. It will be spelled out at the end of this video. And join my email list. That's where I send all my best stuff every single month. And so I hope that you will enjoy that, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and much love to you.